Hey guys, this is Postdoc Chronicles week number 143rd, and this is also my last Postdoc Chronicle. So today marks like the end of my Postdoc contract. The last week is basically spent in the Philippines for the mandatory quarantine. I'm actually gonna check out because due to COVID, when you arrive from abroad, whether you're tested, I tested negative for COVID from South Africa, but even though it's negative, the 10-day quarantine is basically mandatory. They take your COVID test again. It's 4,000 pesos, which is insane. And then like after 2 days you get it. So fortunately, I'm still negative. So I had to pay the swab test for the South Africa, in order to exit, and then this swab test 2 days ago, which is 4,000, and then the hotel accommodation, which is 10 days. So it's insanely expensive. Hopefully, I can find a way to have it refunded or something like that for my grant. But anyway, so what we're gonna do is I basically spent the 10 days here, and it's a hotel. It's a Eurotel North EDSA. So basically it's a fairly huge room, so it's good for three people because there's a relatively large bed there. As you can see, I made a mess of the bed sheet. There's another bed right there, so that's one of my luggage. And then my other main luggage is this guy right here. So the other one I already closed it, and then some of these stuffs that are still out, I'm gonna put it in my back pocket. No, not back pocket. I mean my backpack, which is right there. Okay, and then of course I have another bag here that contains some of the books, because when I how do you say this? When I checked in, the limit of the luggage is actually sorry, I cut my head there. The limit of the luggage is actually 23 kilograms each. So before I checked in, I weighted the luggages, and then I mentioned this before, one was over, so I had to take out some of the books and put it in the check-in luggage. But they have a fairly nice bathroom. There's a bathtub, by the way, but it's kind of useless because the drainage cover, I couldn't find it. It doesn't cover the drainage, so when you put water in, it doesn't stay in the bathtub, so you can't actually use it the usual way. But it's nice. But the only problem is they also have a TV with where's the remote? The remote is the battery is dead, but I didn't actually use it because if I want, I have my own portable monitor, but I've been playing just portably, the only thing the only disadvantage about this room, you have there, I believe that's London in the background, in England or something like that. But the only disadvantage about this room so far is that how do you say this? The internet is very slow. Sometimes it becomes very fast, during midnight, when I believe it's because a lot of people are quarantined here, presumably because when we booked this thing, it was for this following days it's fully booked or something like that. So I believe there are a lot of people that are booked. And so maybe that's why the internet is very slow during the day. So it only speeds up basically late at night, and then I'm already sleepy during that time. And in fact, my first 2 days here, actually got sick. I had a slight fever. I believe it's due to the change in temperature, because I came from South Africa, which was very cold. May, it's already approaching winter, while May in the Philippines is basically a summer, the height of summer. So it's very hot. So maybe that change in temperature, even though it's aircon here, when I went out, it was really hot, and then I had my jacket and everything. So it was hot, and then I didn't feel well first 2 days. That's also, and again, it's common. I wasn't afraid, maybe I got COVID or something, because that was when I went here last time. I went here was December 2019. It also happened, first 2 days I also got sick, because coming from the difference in the weather is very stark. But and basically there's also every day. Let's check very quickly outside. Okay, there's the hallway and the elevator. I'm on 6th floor. I'm on room 6:03. Okay, so let me come back inside because technically I'm still in a quarantine. Even though yeah, I'm checking out. I'm already checking out like later today. But there's still like a 4 more days of a quarantine in your own home. Like so after here, I need to show myself to the barangay hall and then tell them that I'll still be doing the quarantine and stuff like that. But yeah, I had I tried joining a meeting yesterday with Justin and Sir Perry, but yeah, the internet is really bad. Like it keeps cutting off and all these things. I couldn't get a lot of things done, but yeah, the only thing that I was able to do is I was able to upload early this week the edited version of my qualification task. So it's already approved by it was already signed off by the PNG conveners. Chris Agacho, I think one of the current PMG conveners, and then it's now in the stage where it will be approved by the Atlas authorship committee, and then once that is signed off, then my name will now appear in the subsequent Atlas papers, which is pretty cool. And then in the PMSSM, yeah, I wasn't able to join again, like I said, because of the very bad internet, the PMSSM meeting last week. There's Judita pointed out a problem regarding the one I missed something very crucial, because in the labeling of the EVNT files that I generated, I used the SLHA number that we were using, externally in the SUSI. Like we were giving those model points an SLHA number, but then in the DSID assigned to them, it's an entirely different number. But then when I generated it, initially I named the EVNT files based on the SLHA, and then I just renamed them to the DSID afterwards, when in fact I should have been generating them with the DSID already, so there's been some problems. Like Judita said, yes, she can do some studies already with the existing files, but then I believe eventually we're gonna have to regenerate it, because I missed that detail. I thought, I really thought that it was fine if we use the SLHA ID, but then we really had to use the one that was the DSID numbers that were assigned to us. So that's something that is on my end that I entirely missed. But I'm gonna look at, she uploaded like some slides on the how do you say this, from the last meeting, and then I still haven't got a look at it because, like I said, the internet is really slow. And then also in the Maverick top paper, so what I did was, again, even the internet's really bad. Even like just refreshing your Gmail, it takes a long time. So what I did was, one of the days when the internet was a bit fast, I downloaded an offline copy of the Maverick top paper from Overleaf, and then I'm planning to edit it offline. But the problem is, so I think I'm gonna do it in my other old Windows laptop, because my Mac actually has a battery problem. It began like early last year when the like around, I don't know, maybe it was like May, June, July or something like that, when the lockdown began. And then during that time I was generating stuff for the MUED, and then initially I was doing that on the PC on my office in the Witwatersrand run. But then since the lockdown began, I had to do a lot of simulation on my laptop, and then these simulations, they take a long time. It shouldn't be interrupted, and so basically my Mac had been connected for basically a long time, maybe around 2 to 3 months. It's been connected to the AC plug always, because the moment I don't want to unplug it, because when you unplug it, yes, it's fine if it's during the day, but then during the night it has to be plugged, because if it's on battery, since the simulation is very extensive, then the battery runs out right away if it's generating stuff, and then it is running on battery if it's unplugged. So if I leave it overnight, it has to be plugged. But then I had to leave it plugged for a very long time, and then basically when it was done, when I used my laptop again, it says already on the battery status, service recommended. And then now the issue is that it couldn't hold a charge anymore, like maybe, I don't know, maybe less than an hour, and then it just shuts down on its own. Even though the percentage still says like 50% or 60%, it just slips on its own, and then you need to charge it. So it still works well on plug, but I want it fixed. So I found like two options. So one is like the usual authorized Apple guys who does fixes, but then ask you for a very insane amount of price. So the initial quote I got was like 15 to 17,000 just for a battery replacement, which is insane. So I look over Lazada, I saw the specific battery replacement. It's like 3,000 pesos. I think those are class A's, but yeah, even then I would still need, tools to open up my laptop, something that I don't have. It needs a very specific screwdriver, like the pentalobe thing or something like that, something that I don't have. And then I also need, if I go that route, then yeah, I need the pry tools and all these things. But then I found another option. You have this third party Apple the guys that fix basically electronics, and I think I'm gonna go to this option because the quote that they offered me is 7,000 pesos, so it's like less than half the price that the Power Mac are asking for me. And then I trust these guys because basically my fiance's MacBook Air basically had a problem, and then they replaced the entire like circuit board of her MacBook Air for a very low price, as opposed to the if she had it fixed in an official Apple fixing centers. And the nice thing is when they replaced the power board, it even got upgraded from an i5 to an i7, which is pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna go that route. But the problem is, you have to like wait for 2 to 5 days that they said they pick up your unit, and then you're not allowed to wait for it in the fixing area because COVID restrictions and all these things. You're only allowed there for 10 minutes, and then they said it will be done within 2 to 5 days. So basically, if I go that route, then I wouldn't have my MacBook for 2 to 5 days. So I'll try to set up my old Windows computer. Hopefully it's still usable. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna do first. And then, like I said, it's gonna be 7,000. But I think that's it, guys. Postdoc Chronicles week number 143. So unfortunately, the final one, we will sign off while I'm in quarantine, but it's fine. You don't control the circumstances around you. You make the best out of them. But I'm really glad that I was able to do this consistently from the very first Postdoc Chronicles back in I believe that was May 2018, and now we're in May 2021, and about to embark on the next portion of my journey, which is going back to the National Institute of Physics and starting the Atlas group and the particle physics group in general. And by the way, I think I'm gonna contact Giancarlo once the Atlas sign off is all is said and done. I'm gonna contact Giancarlo about my possibilities of being part of the Pythia expert crews in the PMG group. But yeah, that's it, guys. So I'm gonna see I'm so excited to see my fiance later. She's gonna come like around in a few minutes to help me with bring some of my stuff, because she's been bringing me food as well. Like last night she cooked me adobong pusit and stuff like that, and then a lot of utensils I have to bring back. I have to put like the Tupperwares and stuff in a new. Basically, it adds another luggage to the things that I need to bring. So I have to ask for assistance. So technically, our condo is just like we just crossed the road, and then our the condominium that we're living in is already there. So that's why that's the reason why I actually chose this particular hotel, because the commute going back home will be easier. But I think we're still gonna take a taxi, because I do have a lot of I wouldn't want to be pulling my luggage crossing the road and then going to the overpass and all these things while bringing a lot of my luggages. So we're still gonna take the taxi, and then the plan is go to the barangay hall, report there, and then tell them that I just came from a 10-day quarantine, and then I'm gonna be doing the 4 more days in my condominium. But that's it, guys. The last Postdoc Chronicles is week number 143. If you calculate it like his postdoc is 3 years, how come that's not like how many weeks in a year times 3? How come it's not equivalent? Well, the reason is because if you recall, I don't do Postdoc Chronicles when, for example, I had like a Christmas vacation and stuff like that. So it's not strictly every week. So just every week where I was doing actual work, I wasn't on vacation and all these things, and all in all the total is 143 weeks. So it has been a very good postdoc experience. It's a very nice life experience that I'll never forget, and I'm now on to the next chapter. So wish me luck. And so this has been one of the most consistent series in my YouTube channel. So next time, this is the last Postdoc Chronicles, so obviously, but I'll still be uploading, the usual unboxing and maybe vocal covers and all these things. So we'll see, if I have like some time and all these things. But anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for those of you who like saw the entire thing, my postdoc journey. Thank you so much. And this is the last Postdoc Chronicles, week number 143. Now signing off. Thank you very much, and bye bye.